What is up everyone? Hello and thank you so much for joining me. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Bonnie and this is Happy Space Creates. This is a channel all about sewing and crafting related content, so if that is what you like to watch, do click the subscribe button down below and do turn on that little notification bell as well so that you never miss a video. Now this video is all about what I got up to at the Stitch Festival, so if you want to find out more, do stay tuned. I just want to start this part by saying I feel really dribbly in this video because I'm having my teeth whitened and they're super sensitive, but it is my birthday this weekend and I'm persevering through so that I can have beautiful white teeth for my birthday weekend, but I feel like I'm tripping over myself, so I'm so sorry if I stumble my words or if I sound, I don't know, can't put my finger on it, but they're tingling, so I feel like I just keep dribbling, so I would like to apologise for that beforehand. So last weekend I headed down to the Stitch Festival, which is held in the Business Design Centre in London. It is like a crafting and like sewing convention or exhibition. It's basically loads and loads of sewing and crafting stands congregate in one place to make shopping lots easier. But it was a really fantastic day out. It was super busy. It was way busier than when I went before. I went about 2 years ago and I went on the Sunday. It is held over 4 days. Obviously Saturday is probably the most busy because that's when everyone's off. But it was super busy, and I think I might try and go on the Sunday next year just to like soothe things out a little bit because at times it was a little bit overwhelming. But basically it's a place where they put all the shops in one place. And I'm going to talk you through about my day, what I got up to and all the things that I bought. So I headed down from my house in Bognor Regis and took the journey down to London. It takes me around 2 hours, and to be honest the journey was really straightforward. Sometimes the trains can be massively unreliable. Definitely around our area it seems like you can never get a train that is on time or going to where you want it to go. So fortunately I had a really good successful weekend using the trains and I managed to get there without a hitch. And before I went in, I got a nice little snack, stopped for a croissant just to get some energy because I knew I was going to shop till I dropped. I was there for probably about 6 hours and I'd managed to go round the whole place like once or twice. When I arrived, I decided to walk around everything and have a little look first before I made any purchases. That was my plan. Now, I did make a purchase within the first 5 minutes, but let me just explain. I went to the Stitch Festival with a list of things that I wanted. I'll just list them here so you get an idea. But basically, I wanted to get the Marnie Tilly and the Buttons pattern because that was on my list of the things I wanted. The second thing that I was going for was a new buttonhole foot. A new buttonhole foot for my machine because my one's broken and it just doesn't really do buttonholes successfully anymore. The next thing that I wanted was some new buttons because I do have loads and loads of buttons, but I just fancied replenishing some of my collection, finding something new. And what was the other thing I wanted? Oh, pattern paper. I wanted to see if I could get some tracing paper, like large. I use like just crafting paper at the moment and stick it all together. So I wanted to get some large tracing paper, and I had seen on Instagram that the stand that was selling, I think it's called Fabuloso, I think it might be called Fabuloso, I'll check and write it down below, but they sell large tracing paper. So that's what I wanted. That was on my list of things to get. So what I'll do is I'll talk you through the things that I actually did get because I surprised myself and I actually didn't get anything that I went for. I told myself that I didn't need any fabric. It's true. I don't need any fabric. I have plenty of fabric, and I had recently done like a purchase online before I went, so I was waiting for that fabric to turn up. And I didn't just want to buy fabric without a need for it because that's how you just get overwhelmed, and I haven't got a lot of space for my crafting stuff as it is. So when I arrived, I decided I was going to have a little look around first to see what I wanted and then go back to the stands once I decided what I actually liked rather than just buy. kind of did that, kind of didn't do that. I definitely was a lot more reserved with the sewing supplies that I bought. And then I bought lots of other stuff on a complete whim. So let me start by showing you. My first purchase, as I said, was the Tilly and the Buttons Marnie pattern. I've seen so many people make this and I just knew that's what I wanted, so I headed straight there. So yeah, that was my first purchase of the day. Next up, I had a little wander around and I was having a little look. And then I headed over to, well, first of all, I bumped into a friend, which was really remarkable because we had both come from the same place, didn't know she was going, and I bumped into her at the David Wells fabric stand. And we just happened to be standing next to each other, bumped shoulders, and she was looking at some lovely boiled wool fabric, and I was looking at this lovely floral patterned fabric. Now this is a gorgeous cotton lawn. Now he did tell me that it was ex-Ted Baker fabric, but I'm not sure if that's true, but it does look very Ted Baker-esque. Now I only got 1 meter of it, which I'm regretting now, but I thought 1 meter was enough. I could do something with that, make a nice little top. But what do you think? Do you think it's Ted Baker? I think it looks very Ted Baker. I think it might have been designed in the style of, but I'm not sure if I 100% believe that it's Ted Baker deadstock. I haven't seen it. I'm a big Ted Baker fan, so I think I would have noticed that. But let me know your thoughts down below. But I did get this beautiful cotton lawn. It was £10 a metre and I just got 1 metre. Not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. So I already broke my first rule that I wasn't going to buy fabric unless I knew what to do with it. But here we are, we move. Couldn't resist it. Gorgeous colour. I just thought it was really, really lovely. So next up, I went upstairs because it was very, very busy downstairs, and there's this beautiful little like mezzanine floor with all the indie kind of patterns and indie shops around the outside. So I went up there and just for a bit of a breather because it was a bit quieter up there, and I met these gorgeous 2 little ladies. If they are watching this, I doubt they are, but hello, because I really enjoyed chatting with you. They stopped and asked me about the top that I was wearing, and we were at a shop called The Left Hookery. And we were looking at these gorgeous little plant pots, and we basically enabled each other into buying this because we liked the look of them and we were toying with the idea. They were sewers, I'm a sewer, neither of us can particularly crochet, but we just couldn't resist. So I've actually heard of the Left Hookery before, but never actually shopped with them, obviously because I can't crochet. But this is the Tutti Frutti crochet basket. So I'll just open it up and show you. I think they've got a little picture in here of what it looked like. So you can see here that these are these cute little like plant pot baskets. They don't have to be for plants, but on the display they had little plants in them. They could just be cute little baskets. But I got the mini kit. So this was £16 and it comes with the pattern for the crochet, and it also comes with everything you need inside. I've been saving to open these because I've been itching to give it a go, but I've been waiting to show you first. So it comes with beautiful yarn for you to make it with. Now, this is like cord, and that's why I really, really liked it, because it wasn't wool. It was more like a corded fabric, like a rope. And it just looked like a really sturdy and quite easy thickness to crochet, because obviously wool has like a fluffy kind of fraying tendency, whereas this is like rope. So I thought it'd be easier to crochet. And I got the mustard and baby pink, and I thought that made like a nice colour combo. And then inside the kit, you also get your crochet hook, you get a like plastic needle, obviously to like sew the ends with. You get a little cork label with their little logo on. And then you also get this gorgeous little stitch marker. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really, really cute. Now, I just would wear this as a little brooch. I think it's adorable. But yeah, that's a stitch marker so that you know how many like double crochets you've done and so that you don't lose your place. But I thought that was such a gorgeous little kit, and obviously once you are finished, you've got the pattern so you can make quite a few of them. And I'm assuming if you were smart enough, you could adjust the pattern to make them in different sizes as well. I'm a newbie to crocheting, so I'm not quite sure if I've got that skill set yet, but hopefully by the time I've made the pot, I will do. So yeah, that was £16, and that was from the Left Hookery. They do have them online as well, I believe. And I was there on the Saturday and they were selling out. They didn't have a lot of colours left, so shows how popular they were. So yeah, that was my third purchase of the day. And then I sat and went to the stitch stage and watched a couple of demonstrations. They had I can never say this word, bear with. They had an Amigurumi demonstration from Toft, and they were making or crocheting animals, cute little stuffed animals, and they were adorable. And they had a gorgeous stand at the Stitch Festival. I'll put some pictures in. They had a gorgeous stand, and it had this gigantic zebra outside, and he was just yummy to look at. So after the demonstration, I went over to the Toft stand just to have a little nosy, really, because I was really interested in the demonstration and how they all came together. And I've never actually given Amigurumi a go before. And so I thought I'd treat myself to a couple of bits. And I just want to show you what I got. So this was one of their beginners books. They had lots of books, and I think their main run of books is called Edward's Menagerie, and they have lots of different animals. They had like a book of dogs, a book of cats, lots of different things. They even had like marine animals, so like sea life, which I thought was baffling, because I thought, how on earth do you crochet an octopus? But you know, I'm a beginner. So I spoke to the lady on the stand, and she said that this was a fairly beginners friendly book. These crochet patterns in here are all for miniature crochet patterns, so they are more like just smaller versions. I would say like keyring size versions. I thought that would be perfect because they don't take up a lot of space, and I can just gift them to people or turn them into key rings if that's what I've wanted. But all the animals in here are, well, that's a bat, but can all be found on a farm basically. And you're meant to do them in order. And my favourite animal is a pig, because I look a bit like a pig apparently, according to my husband. And the first pattern in the book is a pig. So that is the beginner friendly first one you should do in the book. And then it extends onto like difficulty. So you can see that like one of the harder ones is this beautiful like cow. Isn't he so cute? And then it's got lots of gorgeous little animals in there as well. This lovely bunny for Easter. I thought he was really adorable as well. And I just wanted to get this because I sew a lot of presents for my friends who have got children, and I always make them clothes, obviously, because that's what I can do. And they grow out of them so quickly. So they only wear them like once or twice. So I just wanted to be able to give them a gift that was maybe more long lasting, that they would like hug and cherish. So that was one of my incentives as to why I wanted to get this book. And then along with the book, the book was, I think it was £12.99. I can't remember. £12.99? And then they also had an offer on at the stand where you could buy all the bundles of wool, like a collection. I think it was 6 bundles of wool for £30. So I got a lots of selection of different colours, and I just asked the lady to choose me the ones that she felt would like help the most in the book. So I got some creamy colours for the sheep, I got some grey colours so I could do the rabbits, and then I got some brown and some grey for like accent colours. Unfortunately, there's a duck in the book, and I really wanted to make the duck, but they had run out of the yellow, so I just thought I'd get it a different time rather than make the duck in the wrong colours. So yeah, that was what I got from the Toft stand, and I was really, really chuffed of that. As I said, I can't crochet. I want to learn to crochet, so this is something that I can do while I'm sitting on the sofa, relaxing, watching television, because the sewing machine is in my sewing room and I'm locked away from people, and sometimes it does feel quite antisocial and I want to spend time with my partner, but I also feel the need to be doing something because I get a bit restless, a bit bored, and I feel a bit guilty watching just television back to back, whereas obviously we want to spend time together. So I feel like crochet is something that I can do socially with him as well, which will be nice. So what did I get next? So next up, I went to a little stand, and it was called something orchard, something Jones Orchard or something like that. I will put it down in the box below. But they had buttons and ribbons, and they had this gorgeous embroidered ribbon, and I got 2 meters. Now they had loads of different ribbons, and I found it really hard to choose which ones I wanted. They had a lot more sort of kind of Moroccan style ones as well, which I thought would be lovely if you were making saris and things like that. But this is like a tulle ribbon, so it's quite sheer and see-through, and then it's got gorgeous embroidery and like sequins and gold thread on. And I thought, how cute would it be for like straps of a nice summer dress, or around like a waistband of like a floaty, puffy buffet kind of dress. So I just thought that was gorgeous. And then I got another one slightly skinnier in like greens and blues, and I thought, again, cute straps. Or even I thought, you know, like the Heyday dungarees, you have like turn-ups at the bottom. How cute would this be on like a turn-up of a pair of jeans, or like on a pocket? It would be so cute. So I just got a little selection of those. They were £2 or £3 a metre, depending on like the thickness and the amount of embroidery, which I thought was really good considering the amount of detail and how stunning they were. So that was my 5th purchase. And then my 6th purchase of the day was my final purchase. By this point, I was fairly tired by then. But what was really lovely is I'd wandered around quite a few times, and I had bumped into loads and loads of other sewing vloggers, which was gorgeous because it was so nice to meet a lot of them in person. I honestly can't list them all because I feel like I met everyone, which was so lovely. And it was really nice to put like a face to a name. I know that we see so much of each other and you feel like you know each other by watching each other's videos, but it was so nice to actually converse back to back with each other, which was really lovely, and just nice to stop and say hello, and that was wonderful. I really loved that, and I can't wait to have a get together all again, which was nice. And then my last purchase of the day was this fabric. This was from Stitch Fabrics. Now the stand is called Rosenbergs and Sons. I actually love their stand because when I went there the year before, they're just gorgeous folk. It's family run. And it's the guy and his sons and his grandsons, and they're all just a laugh. They're a really good laugh. And whenever I go there, they're just a hoot. So it's just nice shopping from them just because they're lovely people. But they do have stunning fabrics, and they have a real selection and a real price range. They have beautiful Italian silks. But this is a sort of cream stone crepe fabric. It's like a satin crepe. And it's got, we were joking because I said, have you got that fabric with the eucalyptus leaves? And he said, is this eucalyptus? And I said, I don't know. What kind of like leaf is it? And we were laughing because we were just calling them like leafy leaves. But I don't actually know what kind of leaf this is, but it is gorgeous and I'm not quite sure. But it's tropical, but not too in your face. And I would love to make some wide leg trousers out of this because I feel like for the summer that would be so nice, but it feels fancy and I don't have anywhere fancy to go. I do have a wedding to go to, but it's cream, so I feel like that's a bit like off the cards. But yeah, how gorgeous would a wide leg trouser and like a matching cami? That would be really cute, like a faux jumpsuit. But I got 2 meters, so potentially if I make like a crop trouser, I could get that. But yeah, gorgeous fabric. And that sums up what I purchased for the day. But there was so much to choose from. But as you can tell, I didn't stick to my shopping list. I didn't get a buttonhole foot. I didn't get any buttons. And what else was I on the list for? I can't even remember now. Can't even remember what was on the list to get. I don't know. Oh, pattern paper. So I'm really annoyed about that because I walked around so many times and I couldn't find the stand. I don't know where it was, and I was looking around and I couldn't find it. So unfortunately, I didn't get any large tracing paper, which was what I wanted. So I will have to just order that online. But I was hoping to just get it while I was there because it would save on postage and packaging, but I just couldn't find it. I didn't know where it was. I must have missed the stand. But yeah, so that was my day. That was all my purchases. It was such a good vibe. I absolutely loved it. I'm definitely going to go again next year. It was so lovely seeing everyone. And yeah, I was falling asleep on the way home. My feet were weary. I was worried I was going to miss my stop because I kept dozing off. And yeah, I just had such a wonderful day, and I've been waiting to get all of this stuff out, to film it for you, to show you, because I'm itching to start my crochet kit. And now that that is all done, I can make a start on this. It's actually my birthday this weekend when you'll be watching this, and I've got another train off to London. So I'm hoping to take my crochet kit with me and do it on the train, and I can look like a little granny on the train, which I love. My husband will take the mick out of me for that. But yeah, so I've been itching to do it, and I'm going to make a start. But if you have liked this video, do give it a little thumbs up, and you can subscribe just down below if you want to see more of what I'm making, or if you want to see how any of these animals turn out. I'm sure that's going to be an adventure of swearing and hopefully success. But yeah, if you have liked this video, do give it a thumbs up and do subscribe, and join me for some more sewing and crafting content next week. But thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.